Last time on Lawful Stupid.
Yeah, we're going spelunking.
You guys go downwards. You come across a room that starts to open up in front of you, and there's a lot of crystals that kind of like light up various spaces, and you can see the water coming in, and you'll see the spider webs, and they look huge.
I would like to recommend the strategy of igniting all of this with fire.
It's a slow process. And in front of you seems to be a platform that kind of has stairs going up that has a little pedestal and a little green orb.
Mac will approach the orb, and I want to investigate it.
Seems to pulse in like a slow heartbeat.
Axel, unless you have anything else to say, whatever this is, we break it.
This may be some sort of holy site?
If you'll indulge me, gentlemen, I think instead of destroying it, we should try to remove it from the pedestal, see if it can be of any use to us.
And you touch it, and it feels a little warm, then you start to see little letters form.
It's saying something to me, not speaking, but it's going to take me a moment to decipher what this is saying.
I'm almost certain that with all of our letters combined, we will be able to see the message. The answer's river.
No, so you guys roll initiative, and you hear stones start to move. If you decide to keep doing the puzzle during your turn of combat, you can get 2 words in per person.
Echo!
Ahead of you, you'll hear a louder sound of stone and stone start to move. And the little ball that was sitting on the pedestal, the little claws flattened out. And it kind of like lands kind of center in the middle of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna as I go by, I'm gonna grab it, and I'm following Axel. Come on, Mac.
Just right out of the range of your light, you'll see a red spider with a lot of teeth. You'll hear a couple more thunks to the ground somewhere in the back of the cave.
Spiders are coming!
And down the hallway you guys go. Holy shit. Let's continue that. I think Axel's first in the lineup. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Follow the sound of my popping knees.
That's what that noise is?
Always was. I have disadvantage on stealth checks.
And noted. Who's second in line?
Balfour?
I think Balfour, yeah. Balfour is.
Yep.
Okay. And Mac with the rear.
Yeah, he is.
Thank you for acknowledging that. He works on it.
It's a good time.
Squats in the gym every day.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta get those buns for that bunny.
That's right.
You also have disadvantage on stealth checks because the clapping of your ass cheeks.
Sometimes that's what happens when you got cake like me. You know what I mean?
You guys run down this corridor. It's a tight squeeze, anywhere from like 5 to 8 feet, give or take, sometimes down to 4. But you can get through it, and you're booking it, I bet. Balfour.
Poor
with
Balfour.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like 4 feet. Like the chafing that's gonna happen.
What you don't know about Luxodons is they're like cats. They can like collapse their bones on each other. A Luxodon can fit into a space 2 feet wide.
Thank you for like telling me that. That's good to know.
I just found out myself.
Just think skinny thoughts.
Thanks, skinny thoughts.
It's the name of the ability.
With me like hanging onto your ear, like flying off behind you. And you guys run. It feels like a bit of time, right? I assume until you're kind of like tired of running.
That's a good time.
Then it wasn't a long time at all.
Are we running on dirt?
You're running on stone, and it kind of feels damper out here.
Okay, fair enough. That's my fault for asking that question.
You're still in the cave. It kind of hard to tell, but with your passive Mac, you can kind of tell that it's kind of like sloping up and down, but you feel like you're maybe going on the upper side.
Okay.
Just by how things feel.
Yeah, good to know.
Behind you, you can definitely hear Balfour. Difficult to pick up on much else if anything's following. And I imagine you just keep going after that, but like not running? Or do I need to start doing the Constitution athletics nonsense for this?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Especially with me in the lead, I assure you, I'm winded quickly.
Good, because I did not feel like pulling that up.
When we stop, do we hear anything behind us like we're being pursued now that we're not only listening to our own clanking and popping?
Roll me your perceptions for listening.
I love how you said that. That was cool. Did you make a note about that? Because that was cool.
For listening?
17 plus 8, 25.
25 to listen.
Chip deer or not, I got this.
The hybrid anomaly that is Titania and Axel have rolled a 15.
I rolled a 15. Balfour, 15.
15, 15, and a 24.
25.
Oh, the thing I liked is you said perception for hearing. So specifically, if somebody had a buff or advantage independent on it being listening or like smelling or whatever, because you said that, it gave a clear indication. I just liked that.
Oh, well, you're welcome. Well, I know Balfour has the smelling thing, and right now it's not like based on sight. I'll give you the same number for sight, but right now the important one was hearing.
Titania, for example, has advantage on hearing and seeing, but not on sniffing at all.
So my two 15s and Titania, you're listening. I think the thing you hear the greatest would be your heartbeats from running, as well as your breathing. And kind of just like the group immediately around you. You can definitely feel that the air around here is kind of thicker with humidity. It's not like gross, but kind of gross at the same time.
Does my cloak of always being comfortability protect me from moisture?
It will keep you cool. It will keep you warm. Does not stop water.
Yeah, you're still moist.
Thanks,
Still
God.
moist. You can be cold and wet.
You're welcome, my son.
That's blasphemous. You can't do that.
For
Sorry.
Mac, besides what I just listed out,
Yeah.
you can hear some like drips of water down the cave in the direction you're going. Not like water falling, just kind of like the occasional drip like a leaky faucet.
Sure.
But behind you, sounds pretty far away, you'll hear like the little tippy taps of many legs. But they sound pretty far. Whether or not they're coming closer at this point.
How this like tunnel that we're in, at this point, how big is said tunnel? It's
still pretty narrow.
Okay, but like if you were to give me a number, like 5 by 5 kind of situation, we're kind of ducking. Not me because I'm not that tall, but like Balfour's like ducking. Is it 6 foot tall? Like you said, narrow.
You're looking.
Like, what are we looking at?
Yeah. It's about 5 by like 7 in some places, 8s in others. Sometimes it might duck down into like a 6-ish. But like you guys are wary enough of your surroundings to not bonk your head.
Perfect. Can I see like is there a 6-ish ceiling close by that I can see? Like behind us specifically?
You have dark vision?
I don't. But I would have like walked. Oh, well, hold on. We cast light on something, right?
Titania does have the light spell active, yeah.
That's right.
In front of you, in the front of the group.
In the front of the group, not in the back. I think let's look how far the light sheds, shall we?
20 feet.
We shall.
Is that 30 what it is?
Yeah, I think it's 30 and then 15 is dim.
Mm-hmm.
Or the 15 furthest is dim.
It's 20 and 20.
Yeah, 20 and 20.
Okay, I was wrong.
And also through Balfour, like you can get some glimpses of a good spot.
Okay, cool. I walk up to said spot that's 6-ish feet, give or take, and I'm gonna put my sword down and be sad about it. Then I'm gonna take out another fucking thing of water, and I'm gonna empty that shit into the air. I'm gonna form it like a wall, and then I'm gonna freeze it. That's gonna last for an hour, and then I'm gonna rejoin the group and say, "We've got about an hour. I kind of blocked off the exit with ice, or our exit with ice, so we've got time." Like, at bare minimum, it's going to slow them down.
Quick thinking.
Take an inspiration point.
Yeah.
That's clever.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes. I already have one, so now I have to go with my notes and add one.
I knew exactly what he was doing. He was like, is there like a 5x5? I don't know. Cube?
Oh, I know.
I mean, like, good
It's beautiful,
spot.
though.
I mean,
I love
yeah,
it.
it's good.
Did you have to give up your ice sword for that? Couldn't you only have one?
I can only have 2 effects at once. One to shape it, one to freeze it.
Oh,
and so I did have to give up
you.
my sword to do that, yeah. It's okay. The sword's mostly
Worth
cool
it.
and flavorful. Safety first.
It was cool.
Yeah, now you have an ice cube in the tunnel.
That's gangster.
Yeah.
With that security in place, we'll probably slow it down to like a brisk walk.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So you guys go for a brisk walk. And you can feel it in your knees, Axel, that it is slowly going back upwards. And I'll need you guys to make an athletics, because the ground's starting to get slippery and might be considered difficult terrain. I believe that's how that works, right?
No, difficult
No.
terrain just slows your
Just-
movement down.
Difficult terrain is just half our speed.
Half your
Yeah.
speed? Okay, then half your speed. That just
And,
take you a little while as you go up for going carefully.
Sorry, Dwayne, I don't know if this is a feature for Revised Ranger or not, but do you have that thing that Rangers get where the party doesn't suffer from?
No, that's the old version of the Ranger.
That's old
and
Ranger stuff. That's lame anyway. Don't worry about it.
well, and you have to. It has to specify, like, if I chose forest, it wouldn't matter. Like,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah, because it's based.
And you only
That's
have so many
that's
at
really
level
what
3.
hurt that. Yeah, exactly.
You get a bunch by the time you're like, because Drake had it for like every terrain.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry.
I think talking about class things is a good time for a D&D podcast.
Especially those folks out there that are trying to learn. We see you newbies trying to learn. We love you.
So you guys are at half speed on this difficult terrain. It's kind of slippery, but it's not so much so that you're like sliding behind. It's just be careful vibes.
I think that in order to maintain our marching order, Balfour will have to kind of like push Axel forward.
Yeah, I'm like 4x4 right now. We'll get up here.
It's about maybe like vibing around 30, 40, 45 minutes-ish when you start getting to like an opening. And it starts to get a little taller, about maybe 9-10 feet. All around vibe. And you see a green glow up ahead of you. A little pulsating crystals as before, like in the other room. And Axel, since you're up first in line, you can hear the drips more apparent up in this room. And see a lot more clearly than the other ones can. Because they have dark vision and Titania has the light. Blah, blah, blah. Remember all the things everyone has on. You can see pools of water up in front. And the water dripping from the ceiling. And it seems to go up, give or take 20 feet more or less. Maybe like 10 feet extra in some places. And the water dripping down from the stalactites, I believe.
Maybe.
I believe
yes,
so.
T for top.
T
for top.
Yeah.
I thought it was C for ceiling.
Shoot.
No, because M is like the other one for the
bottoms.
bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're pointy down there. And there's just a very large room covered in crystals, give or take, in different areas, with lots of pools of water, with maybe like some places with a foot wide area of dirt to like snake on by, or some places as thin as an inch.
The first thing to note, Mac is going to fill up his 2 water skins that he just emptied.
That's a good idea.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Axel, be a dear and touch those green stones once more for me.
Yes, if it's anything like last time, we likely will all have to. But I will go first.
Wizard first.
I've lived a good life.
Hand on stone.
Don't think he'll die here.
Are you just touching it?
I'm just touching it.
So you touch this green stone, and it looks very crystalline in nature. A different hue than this round orb that you've got in your hand. And seems a little bit cool to the touch, kind of like a rock does. Kind of slick with a little moisture.
But other than that, nothing remarkable.
No, it just kind of glows.
Seems different from our last year.
Weird.
Does it say anything?
It did not react to my touch.
What about my touch?
By all means.
And I'll reach out and try to grab it with my 3-finger thing from you. Hold it.
Feels pretty smooth, pretty cool to the touch. Glows. Kind of like a slow fade in and out.
What if I were to try to, like, take ownership of it? What if I were to try to lift and hold it in my hand?
It's pretty attached to the ground and the rock.
Oh, okay. So give me a better picture of it. Is it like a crystal or is it like an orb?
It's like a crystal in the ground. Some of it poking out of the walls. Very angular. Think of like, you know how geodes have the little fancy stones inside?
Yeah.
Think that, but bigger scale on a
We're walking around
cave
in it.
mountain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pure crystallized Mako from the earth.
Does it look like it's naturally formed?
You can assume so.
Okay. Then I will. Does it look at all like this is here purposefully? It's not like...
I mean, rocks are organic to a type.
Sure.
It might look like it's purposefully here. How much do you know about rocks?
Well, I was wondering more if there was like any sort of man-made, like did somebody worship this rock? Like, did somebody put it here for like? Does it have a purpose outside of that? Is it culturally significant to any people? I don't know.
No, it does. It looks more like it's just kind of like growing here, or has grown here. Just kind of chilling.
And so there's a bunch of water puddles. This gem formation. What else is in this room that I'm forgetting?
It's pretty large. Lots of glowing rocks. From where you
Lots of
are.
glowing rocks. How many of them are green like the green we just left?
They're the same hue of green, kind of like the emeraldy shades of glowing rocks that were in the previous room. But right now you're just kind of like in a really huge space. And like there's a few 50, 20, 25, 30.
I hate to ask. Is there an exit that I'm forgetting about? Or is this a dead end?
Not that you can see from where you're standing.
Okay, it's dead end. Got it.
I'm assuming you guys are still on the land.
Yeah, I'm not
as
getting in the water.
Reach into the pool, Mac.
Okay. To fill up my canteens. We're coming back to that. Got it. All right. Shark attack. Cool. Great. Love that.
No. I
Zombie
actually
shark
have
attack.
something for you.
Ooh, you have something for me.
When you touch the pool of water and put your canteens, water pouches in, you'll see kind of like a light radiate from that point out, and it just kind of like fills the rest of that one singular pool you're in, and that one singular pool kind of like spreads out about 25-ish feet away from you to like fill out that little circle, and it kind of like bounces off the little edges of the walls. It doesn't really like provide light in the space, it's just like...
So like under the water, I see like a ripple of light basically bouncing around in this basin.
On top of the water.
Oh, at the very top.
At the very top. My best way to describe it, because
like
in the visual in my
like
mind.
Mist?
No.
Like a ripple on water.
Like a
when you
ripple
drop
on water, yeah. But instead of a
when you
ripple
drop a
of
stone
water.
in water.
Yeah. But instead of the ripple is light.
Okay, fair enough.
Have you seen Fern Gully?
Yes.
Of course.
You know when they're jumping through the pools of water and then, like they touch the pool of water with their little feet and then it lights up the pool?
Of course.
Okay.
That kind of vibe.
Okay,
Yes,
perfect.
of course.
See also when Thumbelina dances with the prince.
Yes. That vibe.
If I touch the other pool of water on the other side of me, does it do the same thing?
Let me continue. I'm not done.
Oh, excuse me. I apologize.
There's more to this. I'm taking my time describing. So besides the light, when you touch the pool of water, you actually get a sound that comes out. And I need all of you to click this little link because it's kind of fun.
Oh, it's me playing. Oh, we're all playing. We're playing it. We're each on a piano right now. It's a shared piano.
No, GG.
This is dangerous.
For those that are listeners, it is a website called Music Lab Chrome Experiments. So when you touch your little stuff to the water, a sound comes out. Like a little tune. It's kind of got like a little blonk sound, kind of close to a marimba, but like, think of PVC pipe when you hit it. Yeah, it's a fun little womp sound. Mm-hmm. And this is the one way that I could think of where you guys could all interact as things happen, because when you touch the water and for future purposes, for Mac reaching over to the other pool to see if more light happens, it will also make another sound, another musical note.
Okay.
And as these musical notes come up, these little fish hop from one pool to another pool. They're really tiny, think betta fish size, kind of betta fish, but more like flat, but still very finny. And they'll kind of like splash and also make little musical notes appear. And it doesn't make the water light up, but it will make music.
Sounds fishy. Are there also sharp fish here or just flat fish?
It looks more like a flat-ish. It's not kind of like chunky or round.
Okay.
Got her.
So what does that sound like since we have the shared piano?
It's you guys, whenever you touch the water, you can make a little piano noise for that.
How do I exit?
So, like, I imagine every time I hear you put the piano in, that's you stepping in, doing stuff.
Well, hold on. Putting hands in.
Okay.
Does anything happen if I just hold it longer? Like my hand in the water?
The note kind of carries out until it kind of like dims away. But when you splash in it, it makes a note.
Is anybody here proficient with musical knowledge? That's not something I've spent a lot of time.
Looking at you, bird pipes.
But yeah, I don't spend a lot of time on that.
No,
it's
we know.
mostly just okay. Well, that's
we
rude.
know.
That's rude.
Because we sleep with you. We know what you're doing all the time.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. So how many pools? There's a lot of pools here, right?
There's a lot of pools ahead of you.
I'm just gonna walk around touching them.
Yeah. Every time you touch a pool, or if you touch the same pool twice, they'll make a different note.
Is there anything happening as I'm walking and just tapping randomly besides the noise and the ripples?
Just noise and ripples, and the little fishes kind of like playing along.
Can I catch one?
This is a cool.
Huh?
Oh,
The little tiny fish?
Yeah, sure.
Roll me
It's
animal
like
handling.
snatch it out of. Well, I was just gonna snatch it out of midair.
Oh, you want to catch it?
Yeah.
Slide a hand.
All right. That's an 11. That's not very good.
Yeah, you try to go and catch one of these little fish when they jump out of the water, and you miss it. You think you had it for a second, but it just slippery fish right out your hand.
Are there any of these pools that are emitting the same sound?
After you play around, you can make some pools make the same sound for a second.
Okay, hear me out, boys. We make a 3-part harmony, and those vibrations will resonate, and the crystal will shatter, and then we collect the fragments and sell them for a tiny bundle.
Sure.
All right, everybody, hit the E minor on a 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3.
Roll me your performance.
I'd love to.
oh, okay.
Can everybody hit the same E minor?
Yeah. Two of us did, yeah.
Yeah. Two of us at the same note, for sure. Performance.
Roll me your performance.
I rolled an 11.
Mac rolled a 7.
It's performance, you said?
Yeah.
Makes sense. Hang on. Performance.
Devin's already good
okay.
here.
29.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Mac and Axel seem a little off when they try to play the note. Like you kind of like get there and it wavers a little bit. But Balfour, you can get it consistently in the pool. However, you getting these upper notes to try and break crystals don't seem to do anything. As you kind of explore this little area and these little pools and touch it, are you staying on land? Are you stepping in the water? Like,
Wait a minute. I have an idea. Mac would like to kind of like go around and look for a pool that emits a note like that, pretty low note.
Brown note.
Okay. So when he finds that, he's just gonna jump in.
Oh, gosh.
You can find some of the same pools you've jumped in to make that note. It's either random or not.
Okay.
And you can jump in that pool and it'll make a little low note for you.
Oh, I'm gonna be splashing aggressively. I want to make so many of these like low noises that it's loud, and my attempt is to like shake the room that we're in with such a low note.
When you jump in
Is
these
that possible?
pools, they're about ankle deep
I'm a bunny rabbit, so I can still jump.
Yeah, you can jump. And you're making around, making these low notes in various pools. And it doesn't seem to rattle the space or the water that much. But as you jump around, you can see like the space does seem pretty large and huge. As like some ripples kind of like spill out into other pools ahead of you. And there's some glow coming from some of the crystals in here, and they seem to be give or take in various places. And to your right-ish, there seems to be like a narrow-ish passageway.
How large is that passageway?
We're looking at like 1-2 foot max.
Oof.
Pretty narrow.
Perfect. Sora, do me a favor and go check that passage out, please. I would like to send Sora into the passage looking for an escape or something else that Sora would find interesting.
Okay, cool.
And I'm obviously not jumping in the puddle anymore. That didn't do anything. Except for make Mac have to use the restroom.
My one little note disappeared about what Sora is going to find in that little space.
Wait, what?
I had a note about something that Sora will find in that space, and it disappeared.
Oh, okay, cool,
so I have to go pull it up.
I was like, wait a minute. All I heard was Sora disappeared in that space. I was like, what?
No, I lost my note. That's all.
I thought I lost my Sora.
No.
Devin, you better either figure out how to play the Legend of Zelda Treasure Chest open theme, or you better stop. Hey everybody, your gruff but lovable dungeon Uncle Shainsaw here. I'd like to interrupt the show for just a minute to talk to you about my new book. The Night Team is an urban fantasy novel about a small team of soldiers who are trained to fight against the things that go bump in the night. It's a story about honor, found family, and what makes a man and a monster a monster. It's got action, it's got mystery, it's got magic. It features a cast of characters you'll love with distinct voices who form their own four-man party. An alchemist, a paladin, a ranger, and a scholar. Each one trained by a specialized corps, inspired by RPG classes but with a contemporary military flair. It takes inspiration from my own life and experiences as a 17-year-old kid in the US Army. It's my debut novel, and I really can't wait to share it with you. So if you're looking for a book that blends the magical with the mundane and is sure to keep you craving one more page, consider picking up my new book, The Night Team. Available on Amazon.com, digital or in paperback, or for free on Kindle Unlimited. Link in the description. Thanks for listening, and back to the show.
So the Sora goes off down this little hallway, and you see the little bird squeeze in through until there's no more light. And it's not too long before you hear Sora about 20 or so feet away from you, to your southwest-ish.
Okay.
Finding a bigger opening that direction. I am assuming that Axel nearby and some of the lights from the crystals lighting up the space to alert you to there's another place over here.
So Sora found another place.
No, just an opening from the little crack you went in to another spot. It didn't take too long, maybe like, I don't know, 15 seconds. And has, like, comes back to you after making the little caca sound and brings back a string.
A string?
Yeah.
What do you have there, dear? Hold on. Let go. Quit. It's mine. All right.
As you look at this string, it kind of looks kind of like a string that usually belongs on an instrument.
Axel.
Yes.
Smart people things are happening. I have a string.
Excellent. You've solved it.
Don't think so.
Oh, never mind. Let me see the string.
Here you go. I hand Axel the musical instrument string.
In my skilled and knowledgeable hands, Avon, can I tell what kind of string this is?
It looks like a string that belongs to an instrument. Based on how long it is, sure, I don't know, maybe a violin,
Catgut?
maybe a lute. It could be a broken string, it could be an okay string. But a string.
I believe this might be a piece of random garbage.
All right. You have failed me, Sora.
Or there could be a dead bard back there. Who fucking knows?
Sora, was there a dead bard back there?
Sora will just caw.
Okay, listen, Sora, you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Was there a dead body back there?
One car for yes, two cars for no.
All right, Sora, I'm gonna dismiss the shit out of you later. That's fine. Summon another one.
Just turn the bird brain around. Just caw.
Okay. This is not great for us. Listen, not now, Sora. There are people around. Yeah, so I've done my part. I got us a lute string of some kind.
And there's nothing
Balfour.
else you found?
No. Balfour, quit playing in the fucking puddles.
Sorry.
I think
All right.
Sora will grab your string
Oh, okay.
and fly back over to that spot of opening.
Yes.
Oh,
Sora,
is that...
Timmy in the well?
Caw.
Fucking. You know what? Why don't you send to Tanya? At least you guys are psychically connected.
Yeah, I'll send to Tanya and I'll use my bird powers.
All right. Sora, give to Tanya the string.
Hold on a second before I do that. Hey, come here, Sora, and then I'll just reach out and cast light on Sora. Else it'll be dark when Titania goes.
That's fair. Sora better be beaming with pride right now.
Sora is beaming as they are the light.
Technically, I have to do this on an object, so I'm assuming the whole time in my head, Sora's had like a red bandana on and has been looking stylish as fuck.
So
I
the
agree.
funny thing is, I have been picturing that as well.
I mean, that's not at all what's there, but it is now.
Cool. Yeah, Sora's beaming. We'll hand Titania the string and flap a few times. Kind of like on the ground to Tanya as you see things.
Balfour, hold my hand. I don't like it when I don't feel grounded during this part.
Okay.
That's not
And
his
I'll
hand.
warg into Titania's brain.
Yeah, as Tanya sees everything back here and sees Sora kind of like land on top of a little bag, like a little leather bag, kind of like messenger bag size, kind of big, too big for a bird to carry around. A broken lute and a little skull just hanging out, just bone.
How
It's a
big is
little
this
muddy.
opening?
The opening that they went through is big enough for a people.
Oh, I thought it was
It's
like
about
2 foot by
10
something.
feet wide. Huh? Yeah.
Puck, if you would be a darling, if you could bring me all those things.
Your little book flops into not a pool of water.
Perfect.
One by one, each of those things are brought. You get a little leather bag that comes your direction, and then you assume the figure goes back. Comes back with a broken lute.
What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
The figure will also come back with a skull, but as that happens,
That sounds yucky.
drop skull. In the bag, there seems to be a scroll case. And a pair of spectacles. One with a broken lens. And as the bag moves around, you hear a jingling of coins.
Love that.
Are you looking for how many coins?
Yeah, if you want to tell me. I mean, I don't need to count it right
Unfortunately,
now.
it's all Electrum.
Yeah, for when you do count it later, you will have 19 gold,
Nice.
29 silver,
Nice.
and
4 Electrum.
1 electrum.
I throw that away. I hear it jingle in the bag. It's distinct jingle.
make
I
a
look
wish.
in, I pull that one out.
Throws it into the water. He skips it across the ponds.
I'll make a note when it falls into the water.
Here he goes.
Thank you. And you'll find 43 copper.
And if I open up that scroll thing, what's it called?
The scroll case? Yeah, you'll find a piece of paper in there. It's got magic markings all over it.
The escape rope magic spell.
Rope trick?
Oh yeah, the Pokemon move, right?
Escape rope,
yeah.
just to get out of there.
No, Axel, you would be able to read it, and because I believe any magic caster can read scrolls. It would be a scroll of protection from fiends.
Cowards. Real quick, do I hear those skittering noises at all? We've been in here for a minute.
Your ice cube's still up.
Okay,
No, you don't hear anything right now.
perfect.
Oh, well, we've got some things now, and that seems to be the only way forward. Unless we want to crack this gym and take it with us, it might be worth money.
Yeah, Baffle, you're the strongest of us. Why don't you give that a big whack?
Okay.
It could also be the worst possible thing to do.
Ooh. So what do I do?
I just want to know you know all the possibilities.
Don't confuse him. Hit it real hard with your hammer.
I imagine here's the scene I have in my head, okay? I have the scene. I'm left with this decision to make this, and kind of like the lighting in the room puts a shadow of Mac with his ears, but it looks like devil horns instead.
Nope.
He's like, whack it, do it, destroy it. And then I look over, and me is kind of off behind Axel, and so like the light hitting her gives him like angel wings, and he's like, I would be very careful about this. And so I'm just looking over back and forth.
I
And,
mean,
like, what's
listen,
going
the
on?
longer you wait, like, the longer it takes for us to, like, crack those gems to things and then take it. So like you're really just wasting our life here. If you just want to go ahead, that just makes sense. I mean, like, what's the worst that could happen?
Okay. And then he kind of looks over at Axel.
It could be worth money.
Like, there could be gold inside those crystals. You know what I mean?
I've got rent to pay. I don't give a shit. Let's go.
And then what you see is like the wings of me, like suddenly she flies up and the wings become horns on both of you. So I go, okay. And I'll smash it. With my mace.
Yeah, roll me a to hit.
Oh wow, this might. When's the last time I rolled? Actions. Attack. That is it's a 13. Just a still item, yeah. You want damage only?
I would like damage, yeah.
Damage is a 7.
You get like a little tiny chip off. Think like twice the size of a quarter.
$50.
Interesting.
1 electrum coin.
Should I hit it again?
I don't know. How strong do you
touch.
feel?
I mean, I could do this for a long time.
I mean, I guess.
So if that opening is like big enough for a person to walk through and we just sent servants, can I like go? Is that like a dead end?
Yeah,
No, it's the way out of here. Abon's told you a bunch of times and then had the bird lead you there with a string.
No, you head that direction, and then you go bit into the space, and it's lit up a little bit by the crystals and Sora, and then it kind of like starts to narrow into a tiny place.
One that I can't.
Maybe
fit
that's
in.
where Sora came in from.
From the other hole. So it's a U. Gross. That's what I was afraid of. You know, we could just go back and fight the spiders.
I mean, there's still a lot of space towards your south.
Okay,
like I said,
I
it's
head
a
to the
big
south.
room. Yeah. I was just trying to figure out what you guys do. You walk through these pools, and they make notes every time you take a step, and the little fish are happily swimming around your feet, jumping out every once in a while to place some notes. You get to a point where you can tell there's kind of like a large-ish opening, maybe about 10 to 15 feet apart, and a small-ish opening that's maybe like 4 to 5, one to your west and one to your east, the east one being the smaller one.
Fair, I hate crouching.
Then we'll go west.
West is best.
Sounds good. You guys head west. Starts to slant upwards. And as you keep walking, Mac, you know your spell eventually fades.
Yeah.
And it slowly becomes less damp. The water kind of running away and out down to the pooled areas. And you guys slowly start to see sunlight ahead of you, beaming in from a larger opening. And you guys find yourself in a forested area once more.
Oh, thank goodness.
That was the worst attraction I've ever had. 0 out of 10 stars.
I guess that's where we'll end our episode. We're already at 50 minutes.
I was actually into it the whole time.
Hey everybody, it's me, your guy, you love him, it's Shainsaw. We're rolling for humanity. Feed my starving children. Kids gotta eat. everybody's got to eat, especially kids. Help. I mean, I don't know a more genuine, like, hey man, kids are hungry. You want to feed them? Yeah, I do. Join us. 18. Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's 18. Well, I was about to say that's 18 double cheeseburgers, but I live in the past.
Oh, it's true. They are bringing that $5 menu back though.
Fucked up.
It must be like a small fry.
I'm turning to dust.
Yeah, next up, just get in the Discord. Just get in there. Stop fighting it. You're not going to find out something you didn't want to know because you're just going to skip the chat room that has all those answers. Get in there. It's for more than just this podcast. Friends you don't have are waiting for you. Get in there. Come and join our Discord.
We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah. Let's make more friends.
I kind of like the threatening way to do it. I feel like we're probably going to get a few more people after this episode.
I mean, if they're into that, it could be more threatening.
We're waiting for you.
All right, that's my bit.
All right.
Get in there, you idiot.
Hope, stars, and wishes.
Sorry.
Well, you know, I've been writing again, working on a new book. It's been a lot of fun. I'm really hoping that I get that done by the end of the year. I think that I can do that pretty easily. But in the meantime, I really hope that you check out my new book, The Night Team, available on Amazon.com.
Sounds good.
Go get that book, you idiot.
I'm gonna do it one more time. I got 3 in the tank, and then I'll go back to normal.
I hope. No, wait, hold on. I wish that our listeners would support Shane and go on Amazon.com and buy his book. Please and thank you.
Or read it for free on Kindle Unlimited.
That too.
That is an option.
Avon, you go.
I go. I'm usually last. Okay, sure.
I wish you would go right now.
That doesn't count. I would like to give a star to Ginge. My life has been pretty chaotic for a little bit, and I think he's pulling in like the best uncle card right now because we're currently taking care of our niece. And he's just overall just a good guy, and you guys should give him love in the Discord and award him boy kissing points.
You know what, Avon, you're absolutely right. Ginge, here's 1,000 BKP to you.
No, I'll never catch up.
He's got a passive multiplier. I can't help it.
Maybe one day.
No, I'm done with this. I wish I had some inside Shane to seek affection from constantly. He would give me BKPs just willy-nilly.
Couldn't you just like ask your wife for BKP?
No.
I think you guys all are misunderstanding the purpose and the nuance behind the boy kissing points.
Think I am.
I'm not here. Okay, never mind.
I think I understand. It's a positive reward system.
Explain it for the listeners, because I don't want to be misrepresented.
Anybody can give BKP, okay? It's a state of mind.
I didn't think so. I thought Shane was the sole proprietor of BKPs.
It's kind of my system.
Nope, sorry. Counterfeit money. Counterfeit BKP is out, baby. And it's
Dwayne immediately
close.
Dwayne immediately posits me 1,000 BKPs, but they don't matter to me. But he just keeps
They're
giving
all
them.
Electrum based.
You have BCP, which is Bitcoin points.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Your cryptocurrency of boy kissing points.
The cryptocurrency. Yeah.
You good, David?
Still upset a little bit, but yeah, I'm great. Life is busy for me in a good way. I'm coaching football, so that's good. That's good. My son is playing football, and so we haven't put pads on yet. Eager to see how that feels after he gets hit or does some hitting. Maybe he'll make me rich one day. That's what I hope for.
Maybe he'll be a star player.
Yep. Break his leg.
He could
And
be
he'll be
Atlas
done.
and he could hold the whole team on his shoulders.
Yeah.
Physically.
He's actually a cheerleader now.
He's the base.
We believe in him. All right. Well, like we always say,
We love
We
you.
love
we
you.
love you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.